man in a white lab coat. In his 40s, I'd say. Could be a doctor. That's Mrs. Biber, I think. As far as I can understand it, she runs this place with her husband. The specialty is, of course, lobster. Like everywhere around here. I have to admit, they are pretty tasty. There's everything you'd expect from a diner. From breakfast and lunch, to coffee and cake, right up to dinner. Ketchup, mustard, mayo, salt, pepper, syrup, sugar. And a bottle of vinegar. That's Mrs. Biber, I think. As far as I can understand it, she runs this place with her husband. Excuse me.
I'll be right there. What can I get you, my boy?
Actually, I'm here to give you something. It's from Fuller in the photo store.
Psst. Hey, come over here. I can guess what this is about. The dirty old swine. I should have known. Vermin ain't so easy to get rid of. Tell him
You better tell him yourself. Whatever it is,
Claire! You gonna talk all day? The customers are waiting!
Get out of here and tell your boss he can go to hell.
Jeez. What the hell was that all about then? She sure didn't seem to be a fan of Fuller's. I got that much. And the guy in the kitchen, he sure wasn't supposed to see that she had mail. Mrs. Biber?
I'll be right there. All right. What is it?
I was just asking, what Fuller...
Listen, I ain't got the time, nor do I want to talk about that scumball. Bug off.
Psst. Mrs. Biber.
Just a moment, please. Yes, what can I get you?
I'm only the messenger. I've got no idea what's going on here. I can't stand Fuller either, but
But you still work for him, don't you? Making some nice dough. Problem is, it's not his money. It's...
There's not much left. I don't think anyone will miss it. man in a white lab coat. In his 40s, I'd say. Could be a doctor. They got 2 or 3 people working in the kitchen. One of them's Mr. Biber. Mrs. Biber works out here on her own. Looks like she really works her butt off. They're supposed to represent something like portholes. In reality, they're glazed display cabinets. A big, ugly plastic lobster. Not particularly appetizing. What would a 50s bar be without a jukebox? The world's just wonderful, and aren't we all so very happy type music? Just isn't my thing. I'll take some bread. Mrs. Biber won't mind. Well, everything's a bit bigger here in America.
Psst, Mrs. Biber.
Yes, what can I get you?
Can you tell me anything about Carrie? Is she supposed to have killed herself?
Yeah, Carrie. She was a really sweet girl. Always ready to help, always friendly. She wanted to open a kindergarten here. There's not much in the way of childcare around here. Parents have to take their kids for miles to find a place. She was such a lovely girl. She still had her whole life in front of her.
I saw a photo of her in Fuller's shop window. She was really pretty.
If I'd only known. The poor thing.
How do you mean?
It's not important. Too late anyway.
I don't want to bother her while she's working. I really don't know if this place makes any money. There's usually a few people whenever I come in, but is that enough? Surely you can't get by on just that. A man in a white lab coat. In his 40s, I'd say. Could be a doctor.
Hello? Young man! You're Darren Michaels, aren't you?
Yes, and you are?
Oh, excuse me. My name is Newhouse. I'm a doctor at the health center.
At the health center? You mean at the hospital out there?
Well, yes. We call it the Biddeford Health Center. We aren't just a hospital. We have yoga courses and cookery courses and...
And what do you want from me?
Yes. I know your mother, Darren. We had a date here this morning, to be more precise. Me and her. We wanted to hang up some pictures your mother painted in the health center.
Yes. And
She's not there. She's always punctual, isn't she? This kind of thing never happens.
look, I don't have a lot of time right now. I'll give her a call, okay? As soon as I'm back in the store. Maybe she's forgotten about your little meeting, Doc.
If you say so, but actually...
I gotta go. I'll call Mom later and tell her that you're waiting for her in the health center. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
How nice. That's stinking garbage, and I have no particular interest in it. I haven't seen such an old bubblegum machine for years. Belongs to the diner. They do that whole nostalgia thing in there, too. Burgers, fries, and drinks. What more could you need? The diner's run by Mr. and Mrs. Biber. It's not a bad joint. It's done up like a 1950s diner. Yeah, well, at least how we imagine the 50s were. A red, white, and blue string of lights. God bless America. Jebediah Biddeford or something like that, I guess. Honestly, I've got no idea who that is. The city's founder, a mayor, a benefactor, what do I know? Biddeford isn't really a port, but there are plenty of boats here. Mostly sailboats. People sail out to go fishing or whatever. I'd rather keep solid ground under my feet. Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Just miles and miles dotted with lone houses. Often guest houses and hotels with views over the ocean. Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Just miles and miles dotted with lone houses. Often guest houses and hotels with views over the ocean. A flat metal bar. It's broken away from the railings. It's pretty heavy. The windows look like they're polished twice a day. Apart from that, nothing much else to notice.
Where is it then?
It's parked right outside
they're
the shop.
still yammering.
Ooh, then we
I
can go
need
for a
some
ride
idea
on
how
my
to get
lunch
that
break.
broad to leave.
But isn't that still a way off?
So what is going on with Fork Truck Pete and that sister, what's her face?
Not the sister.
armchair.
That's Matt's cousin. That's
Doesn't
who.
look too
I
uncomfortable.
thought she was...
But who would want to sit down in this shop with the charming Rosie?
And then I said to him, Jason, I need a new car, urgently.
Oh yeah, and then?
What can I say? It's parked right outside.
Those are
You
banners
can't
and
be
flags.
serious.
Some very
Sure, I'm
stylish.
being serious.
Some
A
completely
convertible. Totally cute.
not. I reckon the big ones must be for
Girl,
yachts.
you're just gonna have to show me later.
Oh, yes, there's no way I'm not going to do that. And in this weather.
You lying. And what did he do?
Well, he just left her sitting
Every
there.
possible kind of form.
Well, she didn't
Garbage
deserve
and large
anything
object
better.
collection.
But that's not
telephone
all.
rerouting.
You joking.
Here's
There's
a
more?
form from the
Yeah,
Make Our
now
Town
get
Prettier
this.
committee. My mom's on the board of that one. It seems you should send in suggestions for improvements around the town.
Fork Truck Pete just can't afford that kind of thing.
Hey, it's me, okay? And I'm telling you, she saw him herself.
But surely it doesn't look as cute as my new convertible.
Well, hardly.
Talking of which, weren't we going to go for a little ride?
Yeah, I'm about to have my lunch break.
Ah, yeah.
And what did your Jason say to that?
He doesn't know a thing about
I am
it yet.
definitely not gonna sit in that.
You go, girl.
Now don't you go telling anyone, okay?
Girl, of course I won't. What are you thinking of?
You're a darling, Rosie.
What was that story again with your new car?
Hello? Might I get served here?
Of course. Just as soon as I'm through with this customer.
And that will be when? When she's lying on the floor with blood streaming out of her ears?
Well, really?
I'll serve the lady for as long as I see fit. We spell service with a capital S in this store.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ugh, the young kids today.
Always. I'm always having a fight with them.
Bad parents, that's what it is.
So tell me, what's happening with your new car again?
A convertible. So cute. In beautiful red and all the best upholstery and everything.
Oh, you earned it.
Oh,
That car belongs to the world record talking lady from the shop. That could be useful.
oh, my convertible!
Hello? Is it something like my turn now? Please, don't let me rush you.
Oh, what do you want?
I'm supposed to collect something for Fuller. From the photo studio?
Collection note? This is the one, right here. Have you still got another note? There's another package for Fuller here.
Afraid not. Can I take it anyway?
I might turn a blind eye for nice customers.
So you're not gonna give it to me then?
Hell no!
Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
What brings someone like her, or maybe even you, here to Biddeford?
Someone like me. You mean a fat woman in a state full of fitness freaks. You're one charming kind of guy, aren't you?
No. I meant, why would someone as unfriendly as you work in a town tourist shop of all places?
Well, you ain't exactly a picture of politeness yourself.
But I don't work in a tourist shop either.
Okay, look. I grew up in New Jersey. My father didn't think the neighborhood was good for me or my brothers and sisters. So he got himself a job in a paper mill and dragged us all up here. Satisfied with that?
And you just weren't able to get yourself a job in construction or driving a truck?
Look, you shouldn't go trying to take on someone like me. You're punching way above your weight, son.
Huh, I can't deny that. Hey, do you know Eddie from the junk shop?
Yeah, sure. I know pretty well everybody here.
So what's going on with him?
He's single. Was never married before either, as far as I know. But hey, who could put up with him for long anyway? Those never-ending war stories. Can you imagine that?
Is he really blind?
I never heard different, but I wouldn't put money on it either. He's a chiseler. Maybe he's got disability just so he can make himself a few bucks.
Hey, Rosie, did you know Carrie, Jason's first wife?
Of course I knew her. I know everyone in Biddeford. At the end of the day, this is the only post office.
And what was she like?
What's that got to do with you?
I just wanted to chat a little.
Well, we never spoke too much. She was always so quiet. No comparison with Juliet. At least with her, you can have a decent conversation. Jason's so lucky he got her now. That really wasn't a life for a guy like Jason. With someone like that dragging him down? Now, at least he's got a life.
Ah, so lucky.
Just between you and me, one shouldn't speak ill of the dead. But that Carrie, she was always a little strange.
Uh-huh. You know the Bybas?
From the diner? Sure I do.
What can you tell me about them?
I don't gossip, but her marriage ain't exactly the best.
Really?
Yeah, she's apparently very nice, a little jaded and stressed out. Can't ever forget her work. But him, he's an asshole. Been boozing for 2 or 3 years and is a bit free with his fists.
Why doesn't she leave him then?
No idea. She's real dependent on him. The diner belongs to the both of them. And besides, where would she go? Nobody would take her.
There's a really pretty young lady I've seen walking around here. Do you know her?
You had a real good look at her, didn't you?
Do you know her?
Well, I wouldn't say no. She came in here and asked about a photo studio, so I sent her up to Fuller's. She interrupted a conversation I was having with a friend. Can you believe that?
Ha! No way! I don't believe it. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's Miss Rosie, the store lady. She might not be the world's greatest employee, and I presume nobody's ever quite dared to tell her that fact. I've got Fuller's package. I don't want to distract this broad for even a second.
He's sick. That disgusting pig.
What's going on?
Your lovely boss. Does he always try to grope his customers?
No, only the women.
That's not funny.
No, of course not. What can I say? Fuller's an asshole.
Well, he's never going to see me again. Darren, would you bring the photos to the hotel for me?
Of course. My pleasure.
Thanks, Darren. That's really nice of you. I'm staying at the Wild Coast, room number 5.
No problem. You'll have them this afternoon.
Thanks, my hero. See you later.
Huh. That's the guy from the diner. Is he following Angelina?
Hey, you're gonna gawk her ass right off. Whatever the bitch said, it's all a dirty pack of lies.
Sure.
Back to work. Hey, you got the package?
Yep.
Well then, give it to me.
How'd the photo shoot go?
Ah, shut up.
I only mean the young lady who...
That alley cat's gone, okay? No little goodbye kissy for little Darren. So now, Get to work. The shelves here could use with a dusting and the gutter's leaky. And you still gotta take my mama's dogs for a walk. Go back to the post office again and ask if the new photo paper's already arrived. The mailman still hasn't brought a collection note. And the store could also do with a good sweeping.
He's cranky. I guess Angelina did a number on his ego. Nice job. Okay then. But before I start with all that stuff, I'd better give Mom a quick call and remind her she was gonna take the pictures to the hospital. And somehow I've got to get a hold of the film so I can make some prints of Angelina's pictures without Fuller catching me doing it. The postcards all show scenes from New England. They're the regular cards you see everywhere around here. The picture frames could do with being a little more professionally presented. But to be honest, they don't really deserve it. These photo mounts are made of a kind of pressed card. You can stick photos into them to make them easier to hang. The drawback is that they can get easily dusted. I don't need any of them. It's rare that I even hang any of my pictures. If I want to look at awful pictures, then I can do it upstairs in the store. If I want to look at awful pictures, then I can do it upstairs in the store. I'm not gonna touch that thing again if I don't have to. I don't want to push my luck. I don't want to open the grill. Why should I? I don't want to open the grill. Why should I? Huh. Seems like she's on the phone.
What the hell are you doing using my phone? While you're on the clock? I'm gonna take it out of your...
Yeah, whatever. Look, I just wanted to call my mother, but it was busy. It's not gonna make you go bust.
That broad spends the whole day on the phone, right? She already called up once while I was shooting that sweetie. Some drivel about Adrian and a mirror. I hung up. I got better things to do than listen to that kind of crap.
My mother called, and you didn't tell me?
The old lady's not all there in the head anymore, huh? Where you going? You're not on your own time yet.
Mom? Mom! Mom! Her heart's beating. She's alive. Okay, think, Darren. I need an ambulance. Emergency? Yes. My name is Darren Michaels. I've just found my mother. She's unconscious.
Take it to the hospital, but take it real easy. I'll be following in my car in a minute.
How does it look?
Difficult to say, Darren. She must have stumbled, and now she's got a serious head injury. Exactly how bad it is, we can only find that out in the hospital.
But how can she fall so badly that she...
It's not the time for that now. Was your mother taking any kind of medication?
I don't know. She always has a load of painkillers for her back. No idea.
Please, collect anything that looks like medication and bring it back to me in the hospital. What about allergies?
Not that I know about.
That's not good enough. Could you find out the family doctor's number? Perhaps get a hold of her medical records.
Yeah, I'll go look. I'll see you in the hospital.
Very good. Oh, yeah. And we need your mother's insurance card.
That too? Okay, please, can you hurry? Oh man. Medication, insurance card, med history. I better hurry. My mother's old bureau. That's where she keeps her letters and financial papers and such. I don't fancy poking around in there just now. She always had her insurance card on her and didn't lock it away. It's gotta be somewhere else. My mother's old bureau. That's where she keeps her letters and financial papers and such. I don't fancy poking around in there just now. She always had her insurance card on her and didn't lock it away. It's gotta be somewhere else. Mom likes thrillers and horror stories. Mainly old stuff. Edgar Allan Poe and the like. Perhaps it has something to do with her time in England. She's often told me that she worked in a castle that could well have come straight out of one of these books. I think the furniture's still from her time in England. Quite old-fashioned, but stylish somehow. What do we got here? Handkerchiefs, a glasses case, an art magazine, a few Valerian draggies. Nothing I could use. Ah, my mother's address book. I ought to find her doctor's number in there. Let's see. It won't open. It's got a leather strap running from the back to the front cover, and there's a lock on it too. I need a key. My mother's old bureau. That's where she always had her insurance card on her and didn't lock it away. A plant on the windowsill. No idea what kind it is. There are pictures of me and Mom in the cabinet. I can't see any pictures of my father here. Mom hasn't got many of him. I guess the memory of his death is too painful for her. It looks like Mom was having a cup of tea while reading, before she fell over. The cup is still half full. Why did she stand up and go over there? Maybe the phone rang? Maybe she got some bad news and fainted. That doesn't seem like her at all. Mom's cordless telephone. No, I haven't got the number from Mom's old family doctor. I can't even remember his name, to be honest. Dr. Weck, Mick, something. If I read his name, then it'll come straight back to me. When I was a child, I always wanted to know who my father was. Mom told me about him and finally showed me some pictures. That was the only time I've ever seen pictures of him. Mom watched whales with this telescope. This is a whale region. The whales swim past here twice a year on their route between Mexico and Canada. A nice one. Quite classical. And it looks quite expensive for Mom's taste. You can swivel the telescope on the tripod, and hey, there's a compass attached to the top to show the direction you're looking. My mother keeps her pots and pans and that kind of stuff in these cupboards. A few pots, a shallow bowl, plates, a tray. I'll take the bowl. That's where Mom indulged herself. We had an ancient wood-burning stove at home that she used to cook on. She always said it reminded her of her time as a cook back in England. That's where Mom indulged herself. We had an ancient wood-burning stove at home that she used to cook on. She always said it reminded her of her time as a cook back in England. Mom's bathroom. Like her old place, nothing special. We weren't poor, but my mother was always modest. And by the looks of it, so is this place. Aha, some medicines. Boxes, little bottles, tubes. I'll take it all with me. Even though that's quite a lot of drugs, I don't think it's everything. There must be more of her medication around here. Toothpaste, face cream. No other medication in here. I had a shower here this morning, and Mom laid on a huge breakfast. I ate some of it, for her sake. Back at uni, I usually don't eat anything in the morning. I had a shower here this morning, and Mom laid on I ate some of it, for her. When I was a kid, we used to always argue about how long I was allowed to watch TV. I used to be able to sit in front of that thing for hours. Now you couldn't get wild horses to drag me in front of one. I can count myself lucky the damn thing didn't completely frazzle my brain. Mom's handbag. All her papers must be in there. Mom's handbag. All her papers. All right, I found the insurance card. There's nothing else of interest in there, and I can earn my own money. The kettle's full.